Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the camera comparison between Realme 1 and the Redmi Note 5 Pro. On the rear, Redmi Note 5 Pro sports a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel primary camera with Sony IMX486 sensor with f2.2 aperture and a 5 megapixel secondary camera with f2.0 aperture. On the front, it has a single 20 megapixel camera with Sony IMX376 sensor with f2.2 aperture. On the rear, Realme 1 sports a single 13 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture and single LED flash. On the front, it is an 8 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture. Now these are some sample shots. Realme 1 supports Auto HDR and Redmi doesn't. So all these pictures are taken with Auto HDR mode on Realme 1 and HDR mode on Redmi. Images from Redmi look a bit dull, but it has good exposure control and more details. Earlier, capturing speeds on Redmi while taking HDR shots was slow. It took like a second or two. But with the recent update, it has improved. Now it takes like half a second. But comparatively, capturing speeds are still better and faster on Realme 1. At least it feels that way. HDR images from Realme lack a bit of sharpness and details, but considering the capturing speeds, it's pretty good. In a blind test without zooming in, I'll pick Realme 1 as the winner. Its images are bright, look more normal, and has good colors. Now coming to regular images, these pictures are taken in Auto HDR mode on Realme 1 and with HDR turned off on Redmi. Images from Realme 1 are a tad bit overexposed and colors are to the warmer side, but look pleasing. Colors on Redmi are close to accurate colors. Because of Auto HDR, Realme 1 sometimes does a better job. On the whole, rear cameras are good on both phones. It's about your preference. If you like bright images with pleasing colors, Realme 1 is the winner. If you like natural looking images with more details and accurate color reproduction, Redmi Note 5 Pro is the winner. As per me, I like Realme 1, especially for the capturing speeds in HDR mode. Now coming to the portrait mode, both phones offer it. Edge detection is obviously better on Redmi because of the dual camera setup. Besides that, even the background blur effect, color reproduction, sharpness, skin tones all look better on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. So for rear camera portrait shots, Redmi Note 5 Pro is the winner. Now coming to low light indoor performance, images from both phones are bright. When compared to Realme, images shot on Redmi have better sharpness and better colors. Now for pictures taken in outdoor low lighting conditions, images shot on Redmi are more bright and colors have more contrast. Images from Realme also look bright, but colors look slightly faded. Once again, images from Redmi have better sharpness and better colors. Now coming to selfies, both phones support Auto HDR for the front cameras, but the results from Redmi aren't all that good, so I disabled HDR mode. While on Realme 1, all selfies are taken with Auto HDR mode. On Realme 1, I used Auto HDR as capturing speeds are faster or as good as regular shots. On Redmi, capturing speeds are slow and the results weren't that good. Now coming to the selfies, selfies from Realme 1 look much cleaner, have more details, better colors and have better dynamic range. Now coming to portrait selfies, unlike other phones, we can use Auto HDR even while taking portrait shots on Realme 1. So you get slightly better dynamic range on selfies from Realme 1. Edge detection isn't perfect on both phones, but it's better on Redmi. Rest of the aspects like color reproduction, skin tones look better on Redmi. So I'll pick Realme 1 as the winner for portrait selfies. Now in indoor lighting conditions, selfies from Realme 1 look much cleaner, have more details and better colors. Now in very low lighting outdoor conditions, Redmi performs slightly better in terms of color reproduction and sharpness. Now coming to video recording, here's the sample footage. So guys, this is the footage recorded using the Realme 1 and the Redmi Note 5 Pro. On the left side I have the Realme 1 and on the right side I have the Redmi Note 5 Pro. And I'm currently recording this video at 1080p resolution. That happens to be the maximum resolution supported by Realme 1 and the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Realme 1 doesn't offer any kind of stabilization, while the Redmi does. So check out the noise cancellation and stabilization offered by both phones. Now both phones can only record video at a maximum of 1080p resolution. Redmi offers electronic image stabilization while Realme 1 doesn't. Footage on Realme 1 looks overexposed and on Redmi it looks a bit darker with colors having more contrast. For video recording, I'll pick Redmi as the winner for video stabilization and better exposure control. Now for the front camera video recording, here's the sample footage. So guys, this is the footage recorded using the Redmi Note 5 Pro and the Realme 1. I have the Realme 1 on the left side and the Redmi Note 5 Pro on the right side. And I'm currently recording this video at 1080p resolution, which happens to be the maximum resolution supported by both phones. I'm just blabbering something so that you can check out the noise cancellation and stabilization offered by both phones. So if I say anything wrong, just ignore that. Once again, I like the footage from Redmi. Footage on Realme 1 has better exposure shift, but footage looks a bit overexposed. Footage from Redmi looks wider, more cleaner and stable. So guys, to conclude, camera performance for regular shots, selfies and portrait selfies is better on the Realme 1. For red camera portrait shots and video recording, Redmi Note 5 Pro is the winner. But considering the price, Realme 1 is doing a great job in terms of camera department for just 9,000 rupees. So if I have to pick a winner out of these two phones in the camera department, I'll pick Realme 1 as the winner. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Looking at the sample pictures and the sample footage, which phone do you think did better? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy either of these phones, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and I'll try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.